Yo.
Right angle, right?
That's fire.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
Fire.
It's gonna be a good podcast.
Sometimes when the podcast starts, I feel like Cuba Gooding running down the alley, and then all I hear is Ricky! Ricky!
Yeah, every time I hear that now, I think of that song.
That's oh yeah, that song's fire, right?
The game song is fire. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna start off episode 17.
We're never clean.
I mean, I cleaned up a little bit today. Shaved underneath.
I didn't. I've been woofing like a motherfucker. I've been in Cuba for a week. Nah.
Yo. So did you show Tupac the podcast?
Yeah, Tupac was feeling the podcast, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, it was fire.
Like, what did he say about it?
He was like, that's the realest shit I ever heard. Like,
that's dope, yeah. Yo, so, some things happened when you were gone?
Yes, you must inform me.
Yo, Safari put out the best rollout for putting out a single of all time.
A dick pic?
Well, it was a full body pic, but it had the dick in it.
So where'd he post it?
I don't know what he posted it on, but I was hearing about it. I didn't actually search up the actual pic, but I heard...
Oh, yeah, you did.
But I heard he was fucking...
You definitely did.
To the ground.
Holy fuck.
That's a rollout, man. But then I seen the Breakfast Club interview. He made it rain on everybody in the Breakfast Club, eh? He brought a backpack
full of the dick pics,
full of money, and the whole time his song's playing, he's just making it rain, and fucking Charlamagne's sitting there collecting up all the money.
Really?
Well, that's a rollout, man. Come on, you put out a dick pic, and then you make it rain on the Breakfast Club to promote your new single. That's promotion.
And you know what? Safari isn't even whack. People hate on Safari, but he's not.
I haven't heard the actual full song, but I just heard what they were playing.
Yeah.
When he was doing it, and I was like, it's catchy. It's a fucking I can see it being a club a club song. I
don't really listen to his music or his songs, but I've heard him do a couple freestyles and shit. And I'm like Safari got some bars.
I could probably.
I can see how people would think he was writing for Nicki.
I could probably listen to that when I'm drinking and having fun. You know, it sounds like a fun record, but that's the ultimate rollout.
I mean,
if you're packing.
Yeah.
If you're packing,
if you got the size for it, then yeah.
If you get the size for it, definitely, that's definitely a. But then
what is the smallest size dick you could have for that kind of a rollout?
I don't know. That's a good question.
It's a terrible question.
It is a good question, but at the same time, it is a terrible question because
that almost deserves a pause.
Definitely pause.
I'm gonna stop.
We should just I should just edit pause and put it on the screen sometimes. We forget to say pause a lot. I should just every time
just get the old school Nintendo controller with your hand pressing the pause button. Yeah. Just freeze it for a second.
Yeah, we should definitely put that in the editing.
But speaking of something new that didn't need a rollout, that new fucking Royce freestyle was fire.
Yo, that shit, I listened to it. It was this morning that it came out, and I was like, holy fuck.
Flex, this is your fault.
Yeah, this is your fault. And you come on saying, I'm like, yo, I bet you Flex is yeah, it's my fault. Going around saying, yeah, it's my fault.
Change with time like a digital clock. I was just yo.
Yeah,
because it hits you the punchline, but then you think about it for a sec too. You're like, because the time changed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's that was nasty.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to refresh and see if when we do the wrap up for the year, see if this is I think it might be one of the ones. It will stand out.
It will stand out for sure.
Yeah.
And then you had Preem on the cuts too.
It's probably the best so far.
And that new joint by them, Rocket was fire.
Rocket's fire.
I was feeling that a lot more than Era. Era was cool.
Yeah.
And I like how it was different.
I'm a huge Davies fan too, but
yeah, I'm a huge Primo, huge Royce fan, but
yeah. But yeah, Rocket, that song is fucking super dope. I like the video too. The video looks pretty cool.
Yeah, the video was cool.
You see the video? So yeah, but so far I think Royce has the best freestyle of the year.
Yeah, because Black Dot was last year, right? He just ended last year.
Yeah.
And then
we're in March now, so I think Royce has the best so far.
Webby dropped one. Was that last year too? I think that was this year. That was pretty hot. The
Okay.
Webby freestyle. Someone else did one that was pretty dope too. That we, I think we talked about a little bit.
I don't remember.
But yeah, Royce is definitely up there with one of the hottest so far. You see, Tory Lanez just did a new 5 Fingers of Death too. Apparently, it's like 10 minutes long.
I haven't seen it, but I heard about it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either, but
Okay.
I seen it posted.
So yo, fucking Monique, fucking up at the Breakfast Club.
No button. I'm talking to Joe Walsh.
Yeah, she kept on calling Charlemagne Leonard.
What?
Fucking,
So I didn't like. Yeah, I'm kind of behind on all
Okay,
that shit,
okay.
but
So-
right before I left for Cuba, I seen like the Monique thing. She got Donkey of the Day for
Yeah.
her shit against Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much like it was just weird. I think like Charlemagne just kept on making his point, and then like she was like, "Well, why'd you give me Donkey of the Day?" And Charlemagne would be like, "Well, you make his point again." Like he just kept on making his point, and then like it was weird because Monique had her husband on the phone, and just kept on calling him Daddy. Yo, Daddy, tell him this, and Daddy, tell him that. Like
Really?
it was kind of weird. Like it's like okay, like it's one thing for your girl to call you daddy when you're doing sexual things,
Yeah.
but I don't know how comfortable
To
I'd,
like address
I don't know
as
how-
daddy.
yeah, I don't know like how I'd feel like in just normal conversation if my girl was like, hey daddy, like if like just,
Yeah, it's a little strange.
yeah, what
I mean, it is what it is.
Mm.
I know it's a thing, but yeah, I got like. But so yeah, so she actually went up on the Breakfast Club.
yeah.
Wow, it was a productive week at the Breakfast Club, eh?
Yeah, like,
Shit.
fucking,
Safari was making it rain, dick pics, and
yeah.
that
Make it rain dick pics.
would have been even more fire if it was
Imagine
just raining.
if all those were like pictures of the dick pics that was making it rain.
How to print out his
yo.
money? No, that would have been fire.
Yo, that's what he's gonna do for the next single.
That would have been fire.
Hey, that's what he's gonna do for the next single.
He's got it now. Now he's
Like,
gonna follow it up.
how do you step that up? Like,
Yeah, man. That's crazy.
So, I seen a video recently just after that. Safari was in the club and this girl was trying to grind on him, and this other girl like just pushes her right out of the way, and like she's trying to grind on him.
Real,
And,
eh?
like I can imagine shit's real out here for Safari right now. Like,
Safari, what? Like, he was loving hip hop, right? Is that where he's got all his money from? Like,
yeah,
I guess maybe fucking with Nicki Minaj.
yeah.
Maybe he did write for her a bit, or like help go some bars or something.
And like he was even saying he's like
'Cause he's always rocking mink coats and shit. It's like,
he's like man, he's like, you know how we were talking about the struggles of having like a fucking a small dick.
yeah.
He was talking about the struggles of having a big dick. He's like, I can't even go I can't even go hard really get on this pussy sometimes because like I'll fucking.
Safari does not ever get to come. He's always got to do bathroom strokes after.
Yo, so you hear you didn't hear the DJ Khaled new single,
No,
Top Off?
no. Yo, can you pass me one of those?
Yo, he has a fucking Maybach. That's a fucking drop top.
All right.
I guess there's only 6 made.
It's actually his, or did they rent it for the
Yeah.
video? So when they did a Bugatti, they rented T-Pain's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I guess there's only 6 in the world, so I don't know.
And Khaled's got one.
Yeah, but then like the single, you haven't heard though. But
No.
okay, so it's who it's with. Okay, it has Future, Jay-Z, and Beyonce.
Featuring Jay-Z again
Yeah,
on a Khaled single.
and Beyonce. Future's on the hook. I could pretty much do without Future. The hook.
And so,
The hook is garbage to me.
really?
But
And
it's
so,
pretty much like take the top off the Maybach. I take the top off the Maybach.
is there a video for it?
No.
Oh, okay.
But
So I wonder if like
but Jay-Z's verse and Beyonce's verse.
Beyonce has a verse,
Yeah,
like raps.
yeah, and it's fire.
No,
Yeah.
like Blue Ivy fire.
No.
Like no ceiling.
No, like fire.
No,
Yeah.
no.
You gotta hear it, and like I was shocked. I was like, what the fuck did she just do? Like,
No.
and she's like taking shots at like everybody's saying she's taking shots at Kim K. Like fucking.
What the fuck?
You need to check it out.
Do you think Hove wrote it?
He could have.
Well, 'cause-
It sounds like, I don't know. It almost sounds like Hove could have.
Because Beyonce doesn't even write a lot of her own like
Right.
songs, so.
But like even listening to like how like his verse and then her verse, I could see it being written by Jay.
Khaled is probably, Khaled's always got something up his sleeve. Like,
Yeah.
That's his thing. He like,
Yeah.
well, fuck, man. If it's
But
fire,
it's fire though. Like I was like, oh shit.
that's crazy.
She was going at fucking Kim K. Like she was like pretty much saying like she can break the internet with her real body.
Damn.
That's a boom 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 boom. Eh?
Say that again.
So on the new song with Khaled, Beyonce was pretty much saying she could break the internet with her own body. Like
I meant
So-
the boom, 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 boom thing.
Okay.
Nate isn't up to date with like anything, so he doesn't even know about like the break the internet thing or like he doesn't know these things.
Yo, at the beginning when I was shaking my pelvis in the part of the
You're
video,
breaking the internet.
that's gonna break the internet for sure.
I'll break everything. Breaking records.
Breaking records.
Breaking pelvis.
For the
Okay.
record, get your No Condom podcast t-shirts.
Right. Boom, my chest out. You see that?
I was actually gonna wear black, but then Eddie's like, "Yo, if you wear black, then I'm gonna take my shirt off for the whole podcast and rub it in your face." And I was like, "All right, I'll pass." Pause.
That was a good pause in there. Yeah. I was waiting for it. I was like, he's gonna hit him with the pause.
Pause.
Okay, on a little bit of serious note for a little bit. Rick Ross was just in the hospital.
So what was it for?
TMC's. I think it's back to like the seizures and stuff. But like TMZ reported that he was on life support, and then
What?
And then his crew came out and said, no, that wasn't facts.
Really?
But he was in the hospital though.
TMZ's always like spewing out fake facts.
But
or, like twisted
I guess
facts.
he's back now. But like one of the most ruthless things that I've seen about this. So 50 Cent posted on Instagram.
Oh my God, 50's back at it.
50 Cent, you know the from the Rocky movies, the Russian. He posted him, and the caption said, "If he dies, he dies." I was like, "Holy fuck!" Like I know 50 Cent's super ruthless and shit like that, but like, god damn, like, do you really have to go like that far? Like, man, if he dies, he dies. He says.
Man,
When and that was right after TMZ put the thing.
I
in
love
there,
50 and his trolling, but I swear to God, he's got some horrible karma coming back to him, man.
Yeah, for real.
Like if it doesn't come at him in this life, his next life he's gonna have to live as like a slug.
yeah.
Or like, what is the most like on like a June bug or a cicada or like something like
Roach.
a fucking, not even a roach, because roaches are like indestructible. He's gonna come back as like a fucking sloth or like a fainting goat, you know. And he'll be on a mountain and something will
He's
come
gonna
at
come
him and
back
he'll faint off the side of the mountain.
He's
to
gonna
his
come back
death.
as a fly and just fucking land on shit all the time. He's gonna come back as a fly.
Holy
I'm on
shit.
my shit, he says that. He'll be like, I'm on my shit, just landing on shit.
Oh my God.
There's a punchline right there.
If he dies, he dies.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
But Rick Ross is back at his home. I guess he's recovering. He's getting his shit together. So
That's good.
yeah.
Fucking.
And
That's,
then
that's crazy. So what, Rick Ross is like epileptic or something? Or
uh,
does he drink lean? Is it like the Lil Wayne type thing going on? Like,
I think that
I never really took Ross as a lean drinker.
before when he was having his problems, it was like a big thing of lack of sleep
Oh yeah.
because he
Well,
was
that's a lot. That's a big boy. Like that's a lot of fucking body to be
yeah,
overworking. You know what I mean?
exactly.
Oh shit.
So yeah. So well wishes to Rick Ross and
Word up.
We gotta say rest in peace to Bender from King of the Dot.
Yeah.
Man, he battled scot free way back in the day too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
I seen him live at World Domination 2. He was dope. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, that'd have been years ago.
Yeah, I seen him live. I think that was the first King of the Dot I went to, and I seen him live. It was dope. But yeah, man, like he's definitely like a super dope lyricist. I like his shit. Like
How do you pass?
I'm not sure exactly. I just seen I think it was Adam Baum that posted it.
Word, eh?
About it, yeah. But yeah.
Damn.
So rest in peace to him. You know, make sure you check out check out his battles.
Go back and check the Bender battles. Yeah, that's crazy.
So yo, how was Cuba?
Cuba was dope, man. Me and Tupac were kicking it. You know what I mean? We're drinking. They don't have Hennessy there, so we're drinking Havana Club.
Did you fucking eat breakfast burritos down there?
Breakfast burritos. I found one with Kelly Bundy inside, and I was like, all right.
Did you fucking eat the food?
The burrito.
Just the burrito?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty dope.
Was it a regular burrito or a breakfast burrito?
It was a regular burrito.
Would you rather fuck a breakfast burrito or a regular burrito?
Whatever one has Kelly Bundy in it.
Okay.
Would the breakfast burrito have bacon or ham in it? Bacon's a little rough.
Yeah, I don't know if I want bacon on my dick.
I feel like a bacon
Unless
wrapped
it's Polly's.
penis sounds great.
Well, usually the ones from
There's our new invention. Bacon wrapped dildos.
It's like the bacon wrapped hot dogs. Like you wrap everything in bacon, it makes it so
Bacon
much
wrapped
better.
dildos right there.
Pause.
Yo, pause. Bacon flavored condoms. Yo. But we don't fuck with condoms.
Yeah.
But we could still sell them.
No, because that wouldn't even make sense. Unless we poke holes in them.
Sell no condom podcast condoms.
And we poke holes in them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
we go, right there.
Shit, people are gonna know, but yeah. So yeah, our fans, man, are awesome. Condom sales are down in Canada.
Are they?
I don't know. I just fucked around. I just put a post like that the other day. I was like on Facebook. I was like, shout out to our fans. Fucking condom sales are down in Canada.
No, Cuba was dope though, man. Actually, you would be surprised. They didn't even have wraps. Like, not only were there no burritos, no tacos, there's no wraps.
No.
None. There's no, they don't cook their food with like no garlic or anything. So like, I don't know. The food wasn't bad. Like, as bad as everyone says it was, like, would be, but it was a little bland. But it was good, man. Trip was awesome, you know. I don't know if I want to like put out there to the public all the like funny shit that happened. But there was some good stories, some good funny shit.
Yeah. So
I had this bartender named El Papi who was like our homie, and he was like always dancing for us every time I went up and ordered drinks, and
nice.
he was my dude, you know. El Papi. I'm still saying gracias to everyone, like, for thank you when I get back. It's like weird, like I don't know how to like adjust back to the
So
my
when like
ears peeling, like I don't know if people on the camera can see it, but my
you
skin's
called
peeling.
him a poppy. Did you say like pause? Like, every time you said his name, did you say pause?
Yo, El Papi, pause. No, I don't think you would have understood what was going on there.
Okay. So
But it was cool, man. It was cool. It was cool.
yeah, somebody like that people need to check out. I just recently checked her out. I'm kind of late on her. She's been popping for a little bit. She's gonna show Tiffany Haddish. I just watched like a little interview with her, and like, man, like her story is like fucking crazy. Okay, so when she was 8, her mom got in a huge accident. So then like she had to like learn how to like fucking walk and do all that shit again. So like pretty much like she was saying like everything that her mom just taught her how to do over like the last 8 years, she pretty much
I had to reteach her mom.
had to reteach her mom and
Oh, shit.
and raise her brothers and sisters.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so like that's just a crazy story in itself. But then like her perspective on life was just hilarious, like and like shit like that. And recently, people were trying to clown her because like she went to a couple different industry events in the same dress,
Really?
and like she was like, "Yo, like I'm getting my use out of this dress. Like the amount of money I put into this dress, like
No, I
fucking-
respect that actually. You know,
right."
Because I always found that shit crazy. But a lot of time it's like stylists, right? They pay a stylist and they don't ever actually wear that dress again because they don't own it.
Right.
So it's like people clowning, but it's like, you know, it's like the people who rent jewelry and stuff for events. It's like, yeah, you're looking fly, but it's like, you never see you wear that chain again. It's like, that wasn't your chain. You know, and like, that shit's foolish. Like, you know, it's like Bow Wow saying he's on the private jet he owns when fucking...
it's like us renting these shirts right now. We're going to sell these shirts to somebody else.
Pause. We don't actually resell shirts. We don't do that.
Right. Right. We are in front of our fans right now. We shouldn't tell them that.
You crazy fan. Yo, you crazy.
So
I'll have to check out some of her shit though. Is she funny?
Yeah. Like, oh man, I was dying laughing. And then yeah, like I seen the Breakfast Club and I started watching the Jimmy Kimmel thing with her on there. She was talking about like fucking because she's doing a movie with Jada Pinkett Smith.
Okay.
And like I guess they invited her back to their house, and she was like, "Oh my god, what the fuck? I'm going to fucking have dinner with fucking
the Smiths."
With the Smiths.
But I would have one request. If I was going to have dinner with the Smiths, I'd be like, "Yo, Jaden, you gotta clear the kitchen table right now." Like mid-dinner. And like, I'd throw Icon on my phone. Whoa! Did you see the video of Will Smith doing the Icon mockery?
No.
Oh man, that's funny. So I'd ask him for like a collab effort. Jaden like perform it while Will Smith do the dance with the grill and the shirt on, and I'd be like, "Yo, matter of fact, let's move this out front. Let's do it in front of the whip."
Yo, you see, Will Smith is now on Instagram.
No.
Yo, in what was it, 67 days or something like that, he made it to 10 million followers.
Holy.
Yeah.
So he wasn't on the gram before.
He was on the gram before, but
he's just trying to stun on people.
He's on there now.
But
like, I followed him. He's actually pretty fucking dope on there. Like fucking, I was like, I'll check out some of his. So check out Will Smith on Instagram for
Word
sure.
up.
Make sure you check out Eddie G519 on Instagram.
Marcellus Malone, Marcellus Malone. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Breaking Records Radio.
Make sure you ladies send your news to me. Fellas, send your pics to Malone here.
Send all your safari pics to Eddie G. Yeah. He wants to compare sizes with y'all.
Yo, we already told him, like, I have the micro penis. There, just Google that.
Yo, you should put on the screen right now the picture you painted with the micro dick. This guy's the penis Picasso here. If you ever seen that Netflix series, the guy who drew the dicks on the cars, that was Eddie G. It was him striving for bigger.
So, yo, we were gonna talk about goiting.
Goiting. Fucking Aces ain't even here now. So what? Apparently, goiting is when you fuck a chick in the ass
so hard that it pulls out like it comes out inside out,
and it's like a garbage bag hanging from a wet garbage bag.
I ain't gonna lie, I'd probably puke. if I pulled it out of your ass and your ass came with it, I'd probably puke right on your back.
I'd rather a bunch of shit come out than that, man. That whole thing come out, like it probably like stick to your dick like a condom that comes off while it's like while you're fucking. You know what I mean? It's like half attached and still in there, and you gotta like.
Yeah, if that happened, I'd purposely puke right on her back.
I'd be like, yo, sober fam. I'm calling 911. Holy shit.
Yeah, like, wow.
Yeah, I don't know. Would you rather fuck a burrito or fuck a chick in the ass and have her goy?
So how does that happen? Like,
that's like worse than a protruding pussy lip.
It's not enough lube? Because then, like, it would stick to your dick and pull out when your dick pulls out? Is that what the problem would be there? Not enough lube?
Just talking about it's gonna make me fucking puke, man. Holy shit. Okay, we get raw in this shit, but that's fucking... That's next level raw, man. That's like... Holy fuck.
You know, the energy you put in is the energy you get out.
You get out.
So if you don't put a lot of lube in there, it's gonna come out dry too.
You better be prepared with that same energy. Like Birdman to Rick Ross, you know what I'm saying? You best have that same energy.
No, if it came out, I would definitely not have the same energy.
How about you just suck me off for a bit, baby?
No, I'd kick her out and fucking go jerk off to finish off.
Could you even still?
Yeah, probably not.
I feel like that's a game ender right there.
Yeah.
Yo, here's the king of it right here. Yo, goiting.
What? What about it?
King Goity.
Go on with it.
What's going on with it?
So have you actually
No,
experienced this?
No, but I've seen it on the internet.
That actually, so that it happens?
It happens.
So it's like we were just discussing it. Like, so what is it?
Too rough anal sex make a chick's ass hang out their fucking butthole.
So what? Not enough lube, because then like I guess it'd be dry, so it'd pull out when you go to pull out your dick.
I have no idea how it exactly happens, but when it does, it's gross. We should check that out on the internet.
So would you rather be like under a chick and her riding you, right? But like riding you like with her ass,
goiting?
right? Or fuck a chick from behind in her ass, and when you pull out she goits? Or her on top of you, and when you pull out she shits?
I would rather both, to be honest with you.
Keep that same energy.
Yeah. A shit coming out of the fucking the goid, like fucking after it's already been out. Yo, that's next level disgusting.
That's
like,
pause.
That's pause. That's a pause for sure.
That's a pause right there.
Yo,
That's a.
let's have a moment of pause.
Let's have a moment of pause.
Let's have a moment of goit.
Let's take this moment to thank our sponsors. Stoli back in the house, you know what I'm saying? Ice Cube. Ice Cube,
Ice
he's now
Cube
funding.
sponsors?
Yeah. Ice Cube, he's now sponsoring our program, so salute to Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying? We'll just let him hang out on the table for a little bit, you know? Yeah. Yo, I actually said,
Let him hang out like a goiting ass on the table.
I said to Lalisha that if she ended up pregnant from our Cuba trip, that we'd have to name the kid Ice Cuba.
Ice Cuba?
Yeah. Or
That's
Cuba
it.
Gooden. Let's have a moment of pause.
All right, so we off the goiting. So it just looks like a little garbage bag hanging out.
No.
You gotta explain this to us.
It looks like a butthole hanging out. It's like the insides of your butt hang out.
Would you rather have that happen during sex with a girl, or would you rather take place in a real life Salo?
Oh, Salo's fuck, bro. Don't even get me on that shit.
What does it say though?
Salo is a movie.
He invites
Oh.
kids over to his house to play Halo and makes them watch Salo.
You want to come to my house?
You don't even see the look on his face right there. Like I was like, just off the look, I was like, nah, fam.
Nah, fam.
Nah, fam.
I'm straight. Explain what Salo is.
It's an Italian giallo flick all about sex slavery. And they kidnap certain individuals. And a bunch of fucked up shit happens.
What is it though? Something amount of days of sodomy, or
120 days of sodomy.
120 days of
Wow.
sodomy?
That's worse than prison. Depending on who you are.
Yeah. Do Italians finger girls like this?
Good question.
Depends how loose she is.
Depends if she's goiting or not.
Yeah.
Then you gotta kind of put it back in there.
Yeah. It's like you.
This podcast is going to get flagged on Facebook.
Holy shit. Pause.
Pass that shot glass with your paws. Oh, it is.
Over here. Past the shot glass, you know what I'm saying? Recording?
Yep.
Strike
Okay.
one, caught you by surprise. Strike two, right before your eyes. Strike three, ooh, I got you out. Without a doubt, I got you out.
Okay, we're gonna cut that out because we're starting the second part.
Nah, man, we gotta keep that because whatever happened to Lil Zane?
Yo, Lil Zane. Yo, he's disappeared off the face of the earth.
About that, Garvis?
Speaking about,
Well, whatever happened to Chingy?
Not now.
that's a good question too.
Yeah.
Chingy, yeah.
like-
Jaquan,
Yo, like some of my the one hit wonders. You know, there's one of my favorite one hit wonders.
who?
Who am I?
Petey Pop, motherfucker,
No.
putting it down for North Carolina. Oh,
I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared.
so I go to mother, pop the trunk.
Yo, do you remember when like you knew it was?
Attention!
You remember when you knew it was over for like one of these guys when they came with their first single and it was
Yeah.
big, and then the next thing was the remix.
But you know what's crazy?
Right? Yo,
The remix?
If they didn't have another single, like another different song afterwards,
Yeah.
and the remix came out and like there was nothing else there, you knew that was pretty much done for them. 'Cause-
I guess that goes back to like Craig Mack almost.
yeah.
It was kind of over for him after Flavor in the Year, but I kind of like Craig Mack. People clown on me for that, but Craig Mack was kind of dope.
He was kind of dope.
And he
Then,
freestyled everything.
Did he actually though? We don't put false facts in this shit. You know that for fact.
No, he did.
He did show
Okay.
me a dope Craig Mack song I never heard, produced
Wooden
by
Horse.
Mark the 45 King.
Okay.
No, it was
Isn't
Easy Moby.
No, was it?
Wooden Horse by
Yeah, Wooden
Frank
Horse.
Sinatra sample.
The Frank Sinatra sample.
Yeah, that's Easy Moby.
Oh no, another robbery. Oops, there goes
There's another,
another
yeah.
robbery.
Yeah, but
I think Puffy was trying to
that's a
sign
good one.
dudes who would back him up in the streets.
I don't know.
That's what Puffy.
No, Puffy's
Did
an
a lot.
OG, bro.
almost at that point, yeah, you could almost see some of the people that he signed, like
But what's with the current with the common trend of like people he signed finding God?
yo, that's fucked
I'm pretty
up.
sure Craig Mack found God.
Yeah.
Shine found
Shine.
God. Mace found God.
G-Dap.
G-Dap went and admitted a murder he committed like 15 years
Yeah.
prior or something.
Because of God.
God.
Yeah, because of God, he admitted that.
Mad dudes who fucked with Diddy
Yeah.
went and found God.
That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah. That's like worse than Suge Knight's track record as far as that shit goes.
Yeah. You know what's fucked up? I seen on Instagram, Puffy put like a clip of Tupac talking in an interview, and he was like inspiration. And I was like, that's crazy. Like,
Yeah, because they were all cool though too. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like that Running record Eminem produced. You've heard the original, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like the Easy Mo B record.
there was like 3 or 4 other people on it.
Yeah, and it was originally like an Easy
Yeah, yeah.
Mo B produced record,
Yeah, yeah.
which is fire. It's
Yeah.
actually better than the Eminem version.
I like it
but,
too.
Yeah.
It was very like it was like old school.
Running from the punk police.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I remember hearing the original of that before it came out. Yeah, before the Eminem one.
That's just crazy.
I even tried to find it. You can't find that now.
You can't find it now?
I couldn't find it. I was looking for
'Cause
it.
I used to only be able to find a clean version that I think must have came out on some like mixtape or something back in like the LimeWire Napster days.
Yeah, that's when
But,
I had it. That's when I had it.
I just learned it in the Rap
Yeah.
Radar interview with Preem. Did you know that like Travis Scott's
Yeah,
dad was boys with Preem back in the day? Like
Yeah.
he showed Preem how to play the drums and stuff because
Yeah.
he was a musician. So like
Yeah.
you got other people like Rakim's. I'm pretty sure Rakim's dad was a musician of some
Okay.
sort. Like Drake's uncle was in
Nas's dad was
Oludara.
yeah.
Jazz musician, right?
Yeah.
Drake's uncle was in
he was-
Grand Funk Railroad.
He was a writer for Al Green.
So like,
Yeah.
Drake's dad was a writer for Al Green.
No, Drake's
Uncle.
Drake's uncle
Oh shit.
Yeah.
was a writer.
so
for
like
Al
a lot
Green.
of people who are in the industry now as like affluent rappers as well have ties. It's just not in the
Yeah.
rap game. So, but as far as like spitters and then a son who's come up under them, Chris Rivers for sure, and he's developed his own lane. Like
Yeah,
he's not
super
Lil
dope.
Big Pun. He's Chris Rivers. You
He's-
know what I mean?
yeah, he's
or
super
sorry,
dope.
yeah, and
He was called Baby Pun for a bit, but he stopped that.
he switched.
yeah.
But like he is like mad syllabalistic. That's why he kind of went with that name.
He kind of has
Yeah.
that pun style, but he's
He doesn't have like the commercial side of him like that pundit though. Like,
he
the-
just
think of that.
no he
like it's more of the more.
he holds his ground too, and
Straight
I
raw.
respect that. So I respect it on
Yeah.
multiple levels. So I definitely got to give it to Chris Rivers for sure.
If you look at like ciphers on radio shows and stuff, like Chris Rivers shows everybody up, an exception to Black Thought.
Black
on,
Thought is so
on
nasty.
any shit.
Vlad bugging, eh? You know that, like,
Yo,
now I'm
what?
starting to learn Vlad does just troll people. Like, I think he's trying to get at Nas. Like, I think he wants Nas to, like, get at him or something. You know what I mean? All these people, he baits people.
I've been saying,
Yo, Vlad baits people.
Did you hear Black Thought's 11-minute freestyle on Funkmaster?
Flex, that shit's crazy.
He just don't shut up.
No.
And he's so sick.
So sick.
yeah, but Vlad,
Would you say Black Thought is the most underrated rapper of all time?
100% Black Thought is the most underrated.
yes, I agree.
Because he
with that.
doesn't get spoken in the converston of the greats.
The greatest, yeah.
Because he's the
I
dude
agree.
from the roots.
Yeah.
But he, hands down, is one of the top 5, top 10 best MCs of all time. And he does not get the props he's deserved. Like, if you had to go Andre 3 Stacks or Black Thought, like, Black Thought's got it all day.
I go Black Thought, yeah.
And a lot more people will give it to Andre. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'd give it over.
No,
to
Black Thought all day.
Yeah, takes that.
Black
The sky's the limit when we can go above it.
Man,
Time is money and the Reaper know the budget.
But
Like,
man,
it's
like
like
Black
crazy.
Thought, even on like features, like the Static Selected joint, like
Even the
Only feature to hang with Big Pun on Capital Punishment.
yeah, you
But
like
yeah,
I think.
yeah,
An exception to Twins, but is Twins even on fucking Capital Punishment?
yeah.
Yeah. so
created by collision of the sun and the moon. My sonogram was an image of a gun in a womb. Now it's zoomed to be dark, deep,
Even what's
hotter than heroin in a
Oh,
spoon.
man.
I'm astonishing, honestly. My future looking promising. That my skin tone is that a crystal clean onyx is.
Sick.
Yo, do you-
Darker thoughts let the beats break like the Amishes. I'm a spark of genius like Mick Lee Thomas's.
Yeah.
Hip hop and body rocking, doing it, Duke. I am the living definition of improving the groove. Like,
Yo, do you hear the one where
put your hero to
Black
the
Thought
river, give him
on-
2 brick shoes.
on
Who
one of the
lose?
Just
records?
cut this video and play Black Dot for the rest of the fucking podcast.
Yeah.
They
Yo.
say you really ain't nobody till somebody loved you. I say you really ain't nobody till, like,
Yeah, I was gonna say, on one of the Roots records, he has a song where he starts off, he raps as himself,
yeah.
and then the next 2 verses he raps like Big Daddy Kane and Cool G Rap and does like an impersonation of them,
Oh,
and
man.
it sounds like so dope. It sounds like they're on the record, but it's
Dog.
really him impersonating them.
And Black
on
Thought
the rap.
has one of the coldest lines in hip hop history. Cool Herc ain't never see a royalty check.
1979. Where'd he invent that crossfade? Where was it?
Herc, well, he started the jams.
Yeah, but what?
It was Sedgwick Ave in the Bronx.
Right, but there was a fucking record store he played out of that when he invented the crossfade, he. What the fuck?
I don't know if he invented. I think Grandmaster Flash invented the crossfader.
I thought it was Cool Herc, and he started making beats, and he invented the hype man shit.
No, like the hype man existed, like the MC, the party rocker, like that started with Herc. But I'm pretty sure the crossfader started with Grandmaster Flash. And
I think you're right. I think you're right.
I'm reading a phenomenal book
I
right
think
now
he's
called Hip Hop Generation 2. Oh, I was reading it on a trip in Cuba. So like the first chapter is about the Bronx burning and like the history of the Bronx and the Cross Bronx Expressway. The second chapter is all about Jamaica and all about like how hip hop's roots start in Jamaica with the B-sides and dubs. And then the third chapter is all about the gangs in the Bronx and how they became obsolete right before the Bronx burned down and hip hop started. And then the fourth chapter, which was the last chapter I read before we came back, was all about Cool Herc. And Cool Herc's like starting off in Jamaica, moving the sound system, the first party he threw, all that stuff. Yeah, so I haven't got further than that. But as far as like my knowledge of hip hop prior to even reading any of this, because like I'm pretty sure that Flash was the dude who created the crossfader. But like Herc
I think I
was
heard
the
that
one
too.
who created like he would
2 records at the same time.
at the same time, and he would do the break beat and then bring the cue the next record and do the break beat, so he would have a continuous break beat for like 10 minutes.
Gotcha.
And then the crossfader made it easier, and I think Flash was the first crossfader.
Well, if any
dude.
viewer
Okay.
knows, tell him to tell us. Comment.
Definitely. Yo, and what do you think about Nas moving up on the Forbes list?
Attaboy, man.
Yo.
Nas. Well, Khalees trying to take all that money, so.
Right? Like, yeah, I seen even, like, yeah, she went back to court and said, like, she wants, like, way more. And it's like, yo, like.
She's been trying to milk Nas, which is crazy. But you know what?
But yeah,
nah,
like,
man, that's fucking dope for Nas, because Nas.
So Amazon bought the company called Ring, which is a smart doorbell company for when they're doing deliveries. So then people leaving it at your door.
So that's what it is.
It enables them to put it in your house.
That's dope. That's a dope concept.
In a safe spot, so when you get your stuff from Amazon, you don't have to necessarily be there because people have work schedules.
And you said Nas is like part owner of Dropbox too?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Dropbox.
And I'm pretty sure he's part owner of Lyft as well.
Which is pretty much like the new Uber.
Like yeah, another kind of Uber type thing.
Yeah.
Man, big up on Nas, yo, because it's sad because in the battle, like everyone said Nas took it at first, and then over the years people act like Jay took the battle because he was a more successful businessman.
Yeah.
But that don't mean you won the battle, man. You know what I mean? That's like Shan. I would say Shan was a more successful businessman than KRS-One. Like Shan put out Snow Informer. Shan, I think Shan's still like.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's produced by MC Shan. He's got a verse on that. On some versions, you hear it sometimes, but like if you get like the dude who does like the verse, like
I didn't know that.
they came to my door. That's Shan.
I'm hanging with the snowman.
I'm hanging with the snowman. Cause Shan will never turn informer. Informer. I still
But then the original one, Lonely Monday Morning.
Lonely Monday Morning.
Yo, my mind is just blown right now.
Yeah, Shan produced Informer for Snow.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like Shan did shit. Like, like KRS, no disrespect, because KRS is one of the godfathers.
He says his own shit, right? Like
he just kept it hip hop 100 the whole time. You know what I mean? When we're on our trip after reading this book, the song that kept going through my head, which I say is one of the top 10 best hip hop songs of all time, is "Outta Here" by KRS-One. Hands down, one of the best hip hop songs of all time.
Did you hear?
Like he breaks down hip hop.
You hear Premier say that? Talk about it in an interview. That song "Outta Here."
No.
You hear what Premier said about it? So there's another version that Premier has. That has KRS-One saying names of people that are out of here.
What version is that?
Premier says he has it as
but it's not released.
But he doesn't want to put it out.
He doesn't want to put it out, but it's not released. But Premier was talking about that. In
That's
interview.
crazy. Actually, in the rap
version of that, and it says like all the names.
In the Rap Radar interview I just watched too, they asked Preem, because you know how he always does the BET cipher.
Premier says that in the Drink Champs.
Oh really?
When
Did he just do it recently? Drink Champs, or did he do it before? Because if he did it before, I've seen it. But
it was a while back. It was the one with P-Rock as well.
Okay, yeah, I think I did see that. Yeah, I did, but I don't think I saw the last bit of it, because that was like a 2-hour one, right?
That was a long one, yeah.
Yeah, I think I might have missed the last like half hour.
Yeah, he said that KRS-One has a version of him saying names of people that were all out of here.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, but Outta Here is one of the best hip hop records ever. Like,
it's
back
fire.
in the days, I thought rap would never die.
So
Used to listen to Austin too on
Yeah.
WHBI. I used to hear all kind of rap groups perform sampling loops. Rappers wore bell-bottom suits. Me and Kenny couldn't afford that, so we would go to the park when they was jamming to hear rap. We used to listen to the Cops Broke It Up. I always thought to myself, damn, why they fucked it up? But nevertheless, I was in love with the microphone, and it stayed that way until I left home. On the streets of New York, now I'm free. But with freedom comes big responsibility. I used to walk around driven by the force. Before they fell off, I used to think about crews that used to rock. They were large, but none of them commanded to stay on top. Do you ever think about when you out of here? Like, he breaks down like hip hop history, and after reading his book, that's why that song went through my head.
I'd love to hear the names version.
The whole chapter about Herc, it's all about his rise, creating like the hip hop party, and then the end of the chapter talks about how Herc's popularity faded because all these new crews and other people were coming up, and like that's why it made me think of the KRS song. And then that song, all the lyrics just kept going through my head. Like, I swear she was trying to talk to me, And like I'm just like, yeah, because like this song I already knew every word to, just like meant something new to me. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And like he meant like, and then it like brought up like songs like South Bronx stuff. He's like Bronx River, you know, with Chuck Chill out on the mix, and like all these like Bronx River, and like that's where the old gangs used to be, and just like all these different things started to come to light, and I just like seen a picture of it. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, and like as a hip hop nerd who's always been a nerd, but like it just like brought a new image to my head of all this stuff, and I'm just like, yo, this is so dope.
Is the South Bronx track? Is that when he says Brooklyn something?
That's the bridge is over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brooklyn keep on.
Because that was what the Roxanne diss, the real Roxanne, or the MC Shan diss.
The MC Shan diss.
MC Shan.
But yeah, and that goes back to the point I'm trying to make, though, right? People wouldn't say Chris lost the battle because Shan might have been a more successful businessman.
KRS-One definitely won that.
He won the battle, right?
For sure.
So, I thought it was kind of corny when they rebirthed the battle.
Well, that's
that was corny.
That's like saying what's his face, Busy Bee won the battle. Like that's an opinion.
Yeah, but Kool Moe Dee was probably a more successful businessman than Kool. Because the point what we're trying to make is like Nas. Congrats to him making the 40 million, and
he still hasn't made the same like business-wise.
Jay's on top, but that doesn't mean that Nas lost the battle because Jay's a better businessman, which a lot of people kind of over time almost like look at it as, which I don't agree with. I look at the battle for what it was, right? And Jay came hard back on Blueprint 2, but for people that think a Takeover was better than Ether, like you're bugging, yo.
Ether's the most overrated diss of all time.
Overrated?
Yeah.
No, man, it might just be the most overplayed. It's like Hit 'Em Up.
No, it's not.
Hit 'Em Up is the most overrated diss of all time.
Because you only... No, I think that's a good one, man, because you don't even give a shit about that.
No, it's good. Like, the stingers in it is the... Like, but I fucked your wife because, like, the pictures of Tupac and Faith came public, you know what I mean?
I think Takeover is the most overrated,
I never thought Ether was as crazy as everyone thought.
Oh, man, it's so cold.
It's
Ether
dope,
is
but like,
fucking so fire.
Like, he clowns on him for... And, like, that's the thing that, like, I hate, too, is people will say that, like, Takeover was fact and Ether was all just, like... over-exaggeration, but it's not. He clowns on him for the jazz shit, like, you was nobody, like, you know what I mean? Like,
so many.
Running back to my building, calling my crib, and I didn't even give you my numbers. All I did was give you a style for you to run with, smiling in my face, glad to break bread with the guard, rocking jazz chains, no, like, no text, no cars, no, like,
you know what might
no
be
pies, no cakes, just Hawaiian shirts, hanging with Lil Chase. You a fan, a phony, a fake, a pussy, a stan.
Yo, you want
how many Biggie's rhymes don't come out your fat lips?
Yeah, you know maybe the most underrated
just ass kiss
diss track of all time. Common, the bitch in you. That might be the
diss.
That's the Cube.
The
diss.
Ice Cube diss.
That's the Ice Cube diss.
That is a good diss too.
That might be the one of the most underrated.
Ice Cube's old as shit. And he's Ice Cube.
That's a good diss actually too, and you're right. Because people almost look like Ice Cube won the beef because he was the more like bravado gangster dude.
And like, I'm a huge Cube fan, and like when I heard that, I was like, it hurt. And I was like, oh fuck, like this like as a Cube fan, I was like, yo, this track hurt me. Like I was like, that's fucking. The bitch in you is fucking probably one of the most. Because Common, so you're not expecting that from Common?
15 years ago.
It might be one of the most
and do you know what?
Underrated.
Amongst hip hop heads, another one that I think is underrated. I feel like a lot of hip hop heads.
What's your
it's not underrated, but I feel like on the mass scale because LL ruined Cannabis's career. Like people look at it like that.
Fire.
Second round Outcast's fire, but Rip the Jacker.
I like you blind.
Do you remember that one? The one over the I'm Bad beat?
Yeah.
No rapper can rap quite like I can. You know who the fuck I am. I'm the cannabis man. I had to rock to a beat like this to show you that I'm better than the future, the present, and the old you. I told you. Thought you could take it all back, don't you? Try to smoke some cannabis, but cannabis smoked you. Calling yourself the greatest. Something you don't do. What?
Yo, Cannabis is the best on-beat battle rapper of all time, but he ruined his shit when he went up against his dad.
Yeah, I wish he didn't do that.
We don't even want to talk about that.
Yeah, the battle was horrible.
But like,
he was fucked up though. He come with a sling.
I really feel Rip the Jacker is a very slept-on diss track.
I was like,
yeah.
Every
Very
cannabis
so.
track is a diss track to someone. You just don't know who it is. Like,
You know what's cool too? When I interviewed J. Rue, he confirmed that "Kick in the Door" was a diss to him, or was a diss to him and like
group home.
But
Yeah.
then when I was watching the interview today, he already kind of he confirmed that the Rap Radar. So if I watched that first, I wouldn't have had to ask him because I asked him off record anyway, so
Yeah.
it's not in the interview anyways. But so I get Biggie really was going at like Woo
Yeah.
and shit too and shit like that. All that
Yeah.
shit's true. But that's what actually one thing I wanted to say. We were talking about KRS, right? And the Preem story. So in Rap Radar, he says they ask him, they're like, "What's your most favorite BET cipher you've done?" Because you know how Preem does them every year. And Preem said his favorite memory is when they had KRS come do it. And so they want to do 3 shots
that's it.
of each person do their verse, right? And so everyone has like a
KRS
prepared
wanted a
verse,
different
and
verse.
KRS is like, "I am not doing the same verse 3 times. I will give you a different verse each time." So they just had to work with the video shots that they had of KRS, like each time actually freestyling. That's fire.
That's
Like
fire.
KRS is so hip hop,
Yeah,
man.
he's so hip hop.
He's so hip hop. But yeah, man, I don't even know how we got on that topic or any of those topics.
so,
but we only got a couple minutes left.
So we're gonna talk about this 93.5.
Yeah. So 93.5 did
Were
a
they faking
thing.
the phone? Were they faking the phone?
Well, so for like a month they promoted it that they were on the specific day, and the day happened, I'm pretty sure, when we were in Cuba. But so they advised like Toronto artists to send their music in.
Yeah.
And they were playing nothing but Toronto artists all day, right? Now, people I know, like Chris, who's like who runs Maximum FM with Mike Boogie and stuff, he's like, you know, this is a promotional stunt because he works for CBC, so he knows things about the industry, right? And he knows what they track their listens and which their like what their periods are, right?
Yeah.
It's like a cop who needs to make quotas at the end of the month, so he hands out tickets. It's like the same thing with the radio station. They need to make numbers and shit, right?
A certain amount of Canadian spins.
So, well, not even that. They have to do that by law.
By law, yes.
But, so like they just play Drake all day, right? And that's how they meet those numbers. But what they did is it was a way to like gain listeners for a day. People who listen 24/7 hoping they hear their song play type thing, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a marketing scheme thing. And I see a lot of people posting. As soon as I got back, I go on my feed and there's all these people talking. There's people on both sides of the argument. There's people saying like, yo, I see people hating on the it's not Flow anymore, whatever, the Move, I think it's called now. They're like, yo, people hating on that.
Or
just
6-station radio.
But they're like, yo, like they're just salty they didn't get their songs played. But then other people are like, yo, that shit was a publicity stunt. Like, how many Toronto songs by local artists have you heard since that day? You know what I mean? Like, and they call themselves like Live from the 6 or like 6 at 6 or whatever the fuck they call it. You know what I mean?
So they're
and
faking
so
the
like
funk.
they kind of faking the funk, and I kind of agree with that. Like, I didn't even send my music in. I actually was going to, though. I just didn't get around to it. I was leaving for my trip. I had a bunch of other shit to do, you know what I mean? And I just never really got around to it. And plus, I heard that the majority of the songs they did play that day were like basically wannabe Drake songs or like, you know, like auto-tune filled songs, that kind of stuff. You know, which no disrespect to anybody who did make it, like all the respect to you. But the thing is, it's like, yeah.
Okay, we got cut off
But
right
yeah.
there.
But yeah, so the idea is cool, you know what I mean? But like, I do get both sides of the argument. It's like, it is definitely a culture. It's almost a vulturing type of thing. Like, all respect to all the cats who did get played. Hopefully they gained some exposure, some fans off it. I hope they did. You know, but your song getting played once, you know, like, and I know from
that's one thing.
experience. Because a lot of times I send singles out, and there's a lot of stations who will always pick my single up. But it's not until my single gets played the following week and the week after, that's when I know I got something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like that, you know, when that happens, that's a good feeling. Even with college radio,
I've had
right?
a couple of stations play my song once.
And like, you know, it's cool.
It's cool. It's cool, but like,
what's it really do for you, right?
Yeah.
So it's cool, like, when they play it a couple weeks in a row, you know that, like, you know, whoever's at the show, they're feeling it. And I got to shout out Bring Your A Game, because they've, you know, they're one of those people who really, you know.
Yeah, a radio story that was kind of funny on the Live and Direct that they used to do in Hamilton.
Yeah.
I remember I sent a couple songs.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, we're going to play your song. And then like, Liquids wasn't one of the songs I sent.
Yeah, and they played it.
And they played it.
Oh, damn.
I was like, yo, why you going to play that song? Like,
That track's
fucking-
hilarious.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't even send that song.
It's
That
like
was-
straight up, like,
that wasn't
I'm not
really-
even gonna lie to you, but that's like one of your worst songs.
It is one of my worst songs.
It's like,
If you take it serious.
yeah. If you take it as funny, then
Yeah, it's-
I thought it was funny, man.
it is a funny.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's like
Spit it.
fucking-
But
Fucking, it is all about the liquids though.
it's
like,
all about
fucking-
the liquid, the moisture. You know what I'm saying? But what they did, you know, I think
Got a
it's
nice corn,
cool.
bro.
But at the same time, yeah, I also understand where people are coming from on both sides of the argument.
Okay,
and,
so
you know, I think really what
gonna
they
finish
should
this
do
off.
is they should support artists all the time.
okay.
Breaking Records Radio supports local artists all the time. So if you want line-up interviews, you got dope music, you know, send it through breakingrecordsradio@gmail.com.
Yeah, we have.
No Condom Podcast, and we out.
out.
You okay?